Hello, folks. What do we have here? This is Gilmer playing War in the East. Something a little different for a change. I don't know. I'm getting a little not sick of playing Aegod games, but I do need a break every now and then. So I thought I'd crank up Gary Grigsby's War in the East, the German-Soviet War, 1941 to 1945. And today I am going to play something very short, very sweet. Other people have done it, and it will be my first foray into recording this game, and we'll see how it goes. So I'm going to do Road to Minsk. It is in the early morning hours of the 22nd of June 1941. German forces of the Army Group Center crossed the border and headed for Minsk. Scenario overview, Blitzkrieg 101. This is a 3-turn scenario, and thus the best place to start if you plan on playing any of the other Road to scenarios, the Barbarossa scenario or the 41 campaign game. A manner of learning with a smaller, more manageable force and time frame. So we have a scenario length of 3 turns. Axis admin points per turn, 15. Soviet admin points per turn, 15. And I am playing on normal difficulty, and I am playing the Germans against the Soviet Union. So let's go ahead and load the file. So here you have it. This is the game to end all games as it relates to the War in the East. As the name implies, it's the Germans against the Soviets on the Eastern Front. Now, there are 2 things that you probably need to remember when playing this game and really playing the Germans, to be honest. Or I don't know if the Russians are like this, but as the scenario told us, it's Blitzkrieg 101, and what you want to do is blow holes open in the Soviet lines so that your mechanized forces can rush through and rush to Minsk. So to do that, what you want to do is you want to take the furthest away of your infantry corps and move them up to the front and use them as the first attacking forces. So as we see here, we have a 7 power and an 8 power, and we want to break some holes open in the lines. I want to try. Now there are 2 ways you can attack another unit. You can do what is called a hasty attack, which is what this is showing right now, and to do that you would right click on this unit. To do a deliberate attack, you would press shift and see how it's a full-blown explosion icon now. But we're gonna do a hasty attack here just to see. And we have won. The unit surrendered. As you can see, it'll tell you all the forces engaged, and my first battle worked. So my next battle will be, honestly, I'm not too sure exactly what I'm going to do, but we're going to do another. And see, that unit held, so we're probably going to have to do a deliberate attack against them. They're very strong, or they're not that strong, but they're stronger than what I have. Or I could do 2 units in a hasty attack. You can do a hasty attack from 1 hex. You can do a deliberate attack from more than 1 hex, but I just want to do a hasty attack. And let's do it with these 2. So we're still not getting through. So what I want to do is, I really don't want to do a full out attack, but I think I'm going to have to, because it looks like this unit is strongly entrenched. So let's go ahead and do it. As you can see, I have now won the battle. And that's how you do deliberate attacks and hasty attacks. Another thing you need to remember is your units get supply from an HQ unit. And your HQ unit, when your unit is out of range of the HQ unit, it has a red border. So I think it's the bottom unit on this stack is out of supply at this point in time. I think that only comes into play once this turn is over and all of the supplies calculated and things like that. So at this point, I want to bring up more units and help break holes in the Soviet Union's line. So I'm going to keep on doing things like this. And then so we've completely destroyed that unit. And as you can see, I have Fog of War on. I don't know exactly what I'm attacking every single time, but we are going to use these units, and I think we're going to use that unit as well. We're going to do a deliberate attack on Brest-Litovsk. And as you can see, we broke a hole at Brest-Litovsk. So we're going to move a unit through. Actually, we're going to move off all of these. And we're going to do a couple of attacks. We're attacking over a river, so that helps them. But it doesn't help them enough. So as you can see, we have now broken a hole in the south on the Soviet Union line. What this does is it frees up my mechanized, my tank, my panzers are going to blow right through this hole and go as far as possible towards Minsk. We're going to go up this rail as far as possible when we break out. But we still have some units here. And when you come into contact with an HQ by itself or an airport or airfield by itself, it automatically is taken if you're a fighting unit. So doesn't look like either one of those have enough to attack. I'm wondering how strong that unit is. Not very strong, obviously. So what you do with your units that are, the infantry units that aren't as fast as your mechanized units, you clear out as much as you want or can of the road ahead, so that the follow-through forces can go further and faster. As you can see, my infantry can't really go too far. And we're going to see if we can't. Wow. Surprised they held, but not for long. And I think what I'm going to do is play several scenarios here of this game over the next few months and weeks, or weeks and months, and days, just because I like it. And I've never played it enough to do it justice. So I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to maybe even play the grand campaign. So as you can see, I'm moving the, what I really want to do is create a pocket right here. And when you create a pocket, that's usually pretty much the end of the units in the pocket. They will end up being routed. And so I still have some... Oh, I didn't even know there was a... I didn't even know there was a fort there. Okay. What else do we have here? We have a 9 and a 7. I don't really... Just want to clear out some of these Soviet Union units. Just get them out of the way. Move them out. And I haven't been around much lately. I've been very busy at work. And I miss doing these, but you come home and it's late, you're tired. So now I think it's time to see how far we can get. And that's his HQ, so I want to need to get him closer to that HQ at some point. But we don't have to worry about that right now. So as you can see, I'm using this hole that was blown open at Brest-Litovsk to just make my drive. And I'm using hasty attack so I can save my units movement points, because a hasty attack doesn't use up as much movement points as a deliberate attack. So this is the Das Reich SS Motorized Division. So we're going to move him up and see how close I am to Minsk now. And I am going to clear them out of the way if I can, and I did. And that's the end of that unit. So I still have a few units. I'm going to move him up. This unit is a motorized division, but he's going to get way far ahead, and so isn't he. So what I'm going to want to do is, this is the 36th Panzer Corps, part of the 2nd Panzer Group. I want to attach them to that. I want to attach them to that HQ when I get a chance. Let's see if we can't go ahead and do it. This is how you change your HQ. And it tells you how far away each of the HQs are. So I can, with one admin cost, and I have 12 of them, I can change his HQ to the 36 Panzer Corps. So I'm going to do it. So now he's part of the 36 Panzer Corps. So he's in range of his HQ. If I'd left him attached to whichever one this was down here, he'd be attached to an infantry HQ and would either far outrun his HQ, or the HQ would far outrun the infantry units it's supposed to be supporting. So the next unit I'm going to do or use is this one. Let's see how far he can get. I'm not that far away. And what will happen is that the Soviet Union will run off it'll evacuate Minsk is basically what it'll do. Once it realizes it has no hope, it is going to evacuate. Let's go ahead and move him up. Now this airfield is out of the range of its HQ, so well, damn it. I was trying to move the HQ, the airfield, not the HQ. So then we have some more Panzer Corps. And as you can see, I'm going to have to attach this cavalry unit to somebody else because he's going to be out of range. But I don't want these two mechanized type units. This is a tank corps. This is a motorized corps. I don't want them or division. I don't want them out of range of my HQ. So I am going to attach this guy to somebody else so that he is within range of a good HQ for him. And I'm going to attach him to the 36th Panzer Corps. If you remember, 37th. If you remember, that was what the mechanized units or the motorized units were attached to, and it wasn't really good for them, but it is good for him. So one admin point is used to attach him, so now he's in range of that guy. Oh, wait a minute, I'm trying to figure out. Okay. You really got to make sure you do this right, or you will have units that are just worthless. And now that's his HQ right there. So let's go ahead and move him up. And then let's see what we can do with these two guys. Their HQ is right there. And he is going to have to actually be moved. So that these tank corps or tank divisions are not out of supply or out of range of their HQ. Wonder why. Oh well. And this is the core of how you play this game. You really have to make sure that your units are not out of supply or the range of their command. So see, These guys need to these guys need to be changed. I think I just changed him, but we got to make him. Let's make him part of the 12 Corps. And that's that guy. Okay, that's a lot better. Let's see where this guy is. So these guys need to be changed out as well. Let's make them part of the... Uh-oh. I used up 3 points. Oh, I made him part of this corps. It's okay. I want to make him part of this one. Who is this? This is the 12 Corps. I think he'll be alright as part of the 12 Corps. Is he out of range? Yeah, he's out of range. Son of a bitch. Oh well. That's okay. And if that's the only one I have out of range of the HQ unit, I'm probably in really good shape. Because when you first get these units, the organization is not as good as you would hope. And it's probably historical, but you need to shuffle them around just a little bit and make sure that everybody is being used efficiently. Okay, we'll move this one up. I haven't even done... I mean, this is a 3-turn scenario. I haven't even started on the top. That's how amazing this game is in one sense. You really... it takes a little bit of thinking. See, these guys can be moved up. Excuse me. And this guy... So we have some pretty weak units right here. Sorry for the moving the mic around so much. Well, let's do a deliberate attack right here. There we go. And then we'll do a deliberate attack on this unit as well. I don't know why. And he held, of course. Well, we'll try it again. That time he gets pushed back. You know, I didn't really... I need to come down through here and create this pocket. And I guess I'll do it with these units. But I need to break open a corridor for them. So we'll do it right there. And then we'll move up. Oh, crap. You're not supposed to leave an HQ unit just right next to a combat unit, or a lot of times they'll disappear. And that fortified unit surrendered. Let's see what we can do here. There we go. And then that unit is gone. We push that unit back. And see, we really should be using these units. So if I do that, then again, this time they held. That's all right. We're gonna So as you can see, I'm building a hole to move these units through. Oh, here's a good one. See, they're holding. Now he's gone. We'll move all of these up. I said both, but I meant all three. I'm just going to keep pushing them back. And just going to keep on moving. And if I move him out of the way, which I didn't, but now see, they have a pocket created right now. So our job is to make we'll keep moving the one. And this guy's got 25 movement points. And that guy has surrendered. Yeah, they held. I don't want to get too far out in front of my other units. But now let's make sure we get him down here so that they'll all be in supply, which they aren't necessarily. Now they are. Let's move him away. Oh well. And then what you do is you just close this pocket. And it might take more than one turn, but it's gonna happen. Oh, he did retreat. We'll just move this guy. I still have some mechanized units. Let's get this airfield out of the way. And see how we just automatically capture its supply. We can take that guy out. And we'll see how Minsk does. I don't really want to waste him against them because they're going to retreat. Although it might be better if I attack them. But I know I'll lose. Scouted. Huh. That's right. We're going to get them right on out of there. And these units, we're not gonna attack them this turn. I don't think we're gonna let them sit here out of supply for a little bit, and that'll soften them up some for our follow-on attacks. As you can see, they're not gonna break this pocket. It's impossible for them to break that pocket. We'll move this one up. We still have a few here we can do. Yeah, this guy's actually really strong. And then we'll move him up. And that's about it for turn 1. Tell me what you think. This is pretty good. I'm doing all right. This is let me show you what the victory hexes are. If you turn on this, it'll show you the victory hexes. One victory hex for this is a German. Well, they are also the gray part means it's a German victory hex, and the bottom orangish reddish part means it's a Russian hex. Victory hex. So I want to capture this one, this one, this one, and this one. And I think I want to also deny them these two, which are their victory hexes. So that's what I'm going to do. And honestly, I could go through all this stuff, but it really doesn't matter too much unless you're actually going to play the game, which I hope some of you might play it. It's honestly, it's a very expensive game, but it's the kind of game you could play for a year and still not be done with it. It's that kind of game. So it costs a lot, but the mileage you get out of each dollar is much more than you would get out of a lot of different other games. I'm going to go ahead and save this game, and I'm going to do it off screen, but I just wanted to see what you guys thought of me doing a little bit of I know it's not Aegod, but doing a little bit of Gary Grigsby type games. So let me know what you think. Have a great night. I'll talk to you soon.